Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today's the 5th of June 2019. We're going to reflect on John 17, 11b to 19. Listen. And Jesus prayed, Holy Father, protect them in your name that you have given me, so that they may be one as we are one. While I was with them, I protected them in your name that you have given me. I guarded them, and not one of them was lost, except the one destined to be lost, so that the scripture might be fulfilled. But now I am coming to you, and I speak these things in the world, so that they may have my joy made complete in themselves. I have given them your word, and the world has hated them because they do not belong to the world, just as I do not belong to the world. I'm not asking you to take them out of the world, but I ask you to protect them from the evil one. They do not belong to the world, just as I do not belong to the world. Sanctify them in the truth. Your word is truth. As you have sent me into the world, so I have sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, so that they also may be sanctified in truth. The gospel of the Lord. There is a simple test of whether you are a true follower of Christ or not. If you are a true follower of Jesus, people of the world are gonna hate you, and you are going to feel very uncomfortable living in the world. Why? The answer to both questions is the same, because you are different from the people of this world, and people don't like different. If the world is fine with you, accepting you as one of its own, then you might need to examine your beliefs. I remember the days when I first came back to Christ. This was after 25 years in the world playing by its rules. Overnight, I lost all my friends because I became this guy who wanted to be with Jesus and do the things that Jesus wanted him to do. And the funny thing is that a lot of these people were Christians who used to be outraged that I was an atheist. This made me realize that most Christians are not really followers of Christ. They called themselves Christian because they were probably born to a family of Christians, but grew out without ever meeting Christ and discovering who he really is. And so they grew up in the world, living in the ways of the world, and playing by the rules of the world. Now, this isn't because they want to do this. This is simply because they don't know better. And once they do, they change. I see it happening in thousands of people. It is almost a year now since I moved to Mumbai, India. And I met lots and lots of wonderful Christians who really have a heart for Christ. However, I have also encountered others who call themselves Christians who don't seem to know the first thing about Jesus. And what is horrifying is that some of these are in positions of leadership, and while they will preach about love, there is very little love in their hearts. While they preach about unity, they are only divisive. They bully people, they intimidate priests, and even pressurize bishops to have their way, which is so un-Christ-like and so unholy. Why can't they see it, you wonder? Because no matter how much they might claim to be otherwise, they are of the world. If they were of Christ, they would be like Christ, working together in a spirit of love and harmony with others who seek to grow God's kingdom. If you ever feel like an alien among them, don't be disheartened. Rather rejoice, because you are not of the world. You belong to Christ. May he bless you.